What's up everyone, welcome back again on another video on SAP Math on our channel. Let's start with the first question, question 41. In which of the following equations related y to x for the values in the table above? Check the table, we have increasing by 1 in the x, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Also on y, the increases here by 1. Also on y we have from 11 to 25, which is increased by 14, from 25 to 31, which increased by 14, from 39 to 53, which also is increased by 15. So we have a linear function. From the choices we will cancel a and b because both are exponential. So let's find the slope from the table. As you know, the slope equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So it will be 25 over 4 minus 11 over 4. This is over 2 minus 1. So the slope is 7 over 2. Yes. So the answer is D. As you know that the equation of the straight line equals, and the slope from y equals mx plus 1. Let's move to 42. Question 42. The triangles ABC and DF are shown above. Which of the following equal to the ratio BC over AB? So check both triangles. This is 32 and this is 90. Subtract from 180. So measure of angle B equals 58. Also measure of angle B equals 32. So BC over AB, this is equals DF over DE. As you know that if we have two triangles like ABC and DEF, put the first and the second, AB over the first and the second from the second triangle, so it will be DE equals BC over EF equals AC over DF. Okay? We want the ratio of BC over AB. This is AB and this is BC. We want to find BC over AB equals EF over D. Okay? So the answer is B. Question 43. A study was done on a weight of different types of a fish and a bone. A random sample of fish were pulled and marked in order to ensure that none were weighed more than once. The sample contained 150 largemouth bays, in which 30% weighted more than 2 pounds. So we have 30% from the sample weighted more than 2 pounds. Which of the following consideration is the best supported by the sample data? Okay, in this question you have to check every element, every information in the question. Majority of all the fish in the pond weight less than 2. No, that's not right. Average weight approximately is 2. I think also this is not right. Approximately 30% of all fish in the pond weight more than 2. No, that's not right. Approximately 30% of all largemouth bays in the pond weight more than 2 pounds. Yes, this is for information. 30% is greater than 2 pounds. Let's move to 44. The x will have a graph of 2x squared minus 6x plus 2y squared plus 2y equals 45 is a circle. What is the radius length of the circle? Okay, as you know that the equation of the circle, which is x squared plus y squared plus ax plus by plus c equals 0. So we have an equation which is 2x squared minus 6x plus 2y squared plus 2y equals 45. It means you have to divide all the sides of the left hand side and right hand side by 2 to make the coefficient of x squared equals 1. Then you have to move 45 from the right hand side to the left hand side with opposite signs. So it will be x squared, we will divide it by 2. X squared minus 3x plus y squared plus y minus 45 over 2. This is equal to. Now we can find the radius, also we can find the center. As you know that the center, which is negative b over 2 minus b over 2, Also, the radius length equals root a over 2 squared plus b over 2 squared minus c. So to find the radius, just square root a over 2 squared, so it will be negative 3 over 2 squared plus b over 2 squared, which is the coefficient of y, so it will be y over 2 squared minus c, which is negative will be positive 45 over 2. So it will be the square root of 9 over 4 plus 1 over 4 minus 45 over 2. So it will be 9 plus 1, which equals 10 over 4, 10 over 4, which equals 5 over 2 minus 45 over 2, plus not minus, which is 50 over 2. So the square root of 50 over 2, which equals 25, so the radius length equals 5. Let's move to the next question. This is question 44. So 45, and the xy plan, the graph of y equals 3x squared minus 14x into 6. The graph of y equals x and points 0 and 0 and a and a. What is the value of a? How can we find the value of a? Just put y here equals y here. So we have 3x squared minus 14x equals x. Okay, so for the equation equals 0, because this is a quadratic equation, so it will be 3x squared minus 14x minus x, which equals negative 15x, divided both sides by 3, so it will be x squared minus 5x equals 0. X is a common factor, so it will be x minus 5 equals 0. So we have x equals 0 or x minus 5 equals 0, so x equals 5. Now we have the value of a, which equals, very important question. Which of the following is equivalent to the form of 1.5x minus 2.4 squared minus 5.2x squared minus 6.4? How can we solve this kind of equations? You can use the calculator to find the final answer, or you can also use it by logic. You have in this question 2.4 squared. This is minus 6 minus will be plus 6.4. So I think the answer will be a number which is beneath from 12. So the answer is question 47. In triangle ABC above, what is the length of AD? So we have this is 60, this is 90, this is 30, this is 60. So this is 60, 60, 60. This is an equilateral triangle. As you know that the equilateral triangle, all angles measures equal 60, and the length of each side, this is 12, this is 12, also this one is 12, so this part is 6 and this part is 6. So AD's length equals 6, so the answer is question 49. On line segment PS above, PQ equals RS. So we have PQ equals RS, means 3x minus 7 equals x minus 1. What is the length of PS? All of the line. So first you have to find the length of x. So 2x equals negative 1 plus 7, which equals 6. It means x equals 3. So it will be 3 minus 1, which equals 2. This part equals 2, and RS equals 2. And x equals 3. Find their sum 2 plus 3 plus 2, which equals 7. Question 50, the last question we have. Question 50, we have m equals 1800 times 1.02 raised to the power t. This is an exponential function, and this is the initial number, and we have 1.02, which is the growth factor, and t for the time. The equation above models the number of members m of a gem t years after the gem opens. Of the following, which equation models the number of members of the gem q quarter years after the gem opens? So t, it will be q over 4 because we want to write it on ortho. So the answer is thank you for watching.